Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the 5th National Link4Growth News Show. My name is Chris Ogle, and I'm here today to take you through all the kind of things that have been happening in April and things that we've got to look forward to in May. I've got a special guest on the show today who's joining me to talk about a project that I've actually been mentioning on the last couple of news shows, but as that project comes to life, as it were, I'm going to have him join us to give his take on it and let us know what he's got planned. So very exciting stuff there. In the meantime, I just want to give you a quick recap on what Link4Growth is all about in case you're joining us for the first time. So let me just give you the mission statement of Link4Growth: encourage people towards happiness through collaboration, rebuild our communities from the grassroots up. Some people tell us that that's a really big order, a really big project. Indeed it is, but it's a project we're taking on anyway, so why not come and join us? So what that mission statement includes is helping people find their passions, taking responsibility of everything in our lives. That includes health, education, and other people around us. It means taking on the responsibility to be a lifelong learner, and we have things like Link4Skills and the People's University to help with that. Connect each other locally, nationally, both online and offline. Encouraging people to buy local, really important part of sustainability, and helping to build the local economy. Support and develop local business and charities through collaboration, something I'm very passionate about. Integrate the young into our communities. They're feeling a little bit ostracized at the moment. They've got bags of energy, they've got loads of skills in areas that we don't have, and we need to welcome those people into the community and help them through their early years. So share and replicate knowledge, good ideas and best practice right around the country. It's no good keeping it to yourself. You've got to get that message out there to other people who might want to do what you're doing in a different part of the world, and living in harmony and sustainability with ourselves, what's around us, and the planet. So a lot of things in that mission statement, a lot of things that Link4Growth is involved in, and there's no losers here. It's just win, 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 win across the board. So there's a huge amount of work to do. We are a third of the way through 2015. Can you believe that? It's already 4 months killed off and 8 months only to go. They'll be talking about Christmas again very soon, I'm sure. I'm going to kick off, first of all, talking about accessibility to Link4Growth. And what I mean by that is people being able to get to things that Link4Growth is doing. So that's events, physical events, joining in with things online and stuff like that. So there's a lot happened with regard to that in Link4Growth in April. I'm going to just spend a bit of time talking about what we've actually put in place so that you can take advantage of that. Maybe you don't know about that already, and the different ways you can get involved. So some of the things that we've actually been doing, and we started this last month. If you watched last month's show, you would have picked up on this. But we've had to, because of the expansion and the fact that it's going to be growing really rapidly from now on in until the end of the year, we've got to create processes and systems that work, that mean we can duplicate and replicate things really, really easily. So we've been putting a lot of time into that. A lot of processes have been developed, and it's all about streamlining, making it easy and allowing us to grow without getting in a mess. So loads of things like online team training, mentoring opportunities, and stuff like that. All being put in place. We want to celebrate local diversity and cultures. We want to grow quickly. It's not about homogenization. It's not about making everything the same. This is about enabling people to take their communities and their diversity of culture, etc., and bringing that into Link4Growth and sharing that with us so that we can all learn and benefit, as long as it maintains the values and ethics and principles of what Link4Growth is all about. And there are 7 principles. I'm not going to go into them right now, but do check up with your district leader or whoever's in Link4Growth. What are those 7 principles? They really are very important, and as long as we uphold those, then we're good to go. In terms of district news this month. There's no new districts, I don't believe, that have come on stream, not that I've been told about anyway. However, we do have growth within almost every district, and the aim is to be nationwide by the end of the year. We are looking at very specific areas. Jerry Ridioff, who you might have remembered from last month, is still recovering from a slip which broke her leg. She's been busy on social media talking to people all over the place: Worcester, Birmingham, Liverpool, Manchester, Leeds, Sheffield. If you're in any of those areas and you're watching this show and you like what Link4Growth is all about, you're really interested in support community building, then please do get in touch with Jerry or anybody that you know that's talking about Link4Growth, and let's make this happen, and make it happen quick. We need district leaders in a few of the districts. We've got events going on already. We just need some people to step up to the mantle, as it were, and get involved. Lincolnshire, South Wales, South East Herts, Gloucestershire, West Midlands. These are all places where we could do with some support, some extra help, extra pair of hands to take on a leadership role. So if you fancy that, if you want to get involved with an absolute cracking team of people who are quite simply awesome, then do get in touch. We need your help, and it'd be fantastic if you could get in touch. We do have some new district leaders that are in the wings. It's too early to talk about them right now, but they are in the pipeline, and we're looking forward to maybe next month announcing who they are. So if you have any contacts, if you're watching this, you're in Link4Growth, if you know anybody in the north of the country, do let us know if they're interested in Link4Growth. Let's talk about building those things quickly up there and getting Link4Growth out to more people. There's some other things I'm going to just mention here. We're going to talk about Link for Business very, very shortly. We're going to talk about the fact that we've got some new workshops in the planning. I'm actually going to be doing a few of those. I've been held to secrecy about some of the others from the Link for Skills team, so I'm not at liberty to talk about those, but I can talk about the ones I'm going to do. And we've got loads of suggestions and ideas for L4G TV. And I might share some of the things we've been doing in Southwest Herts, which is a little bit of a pioneering district, because it's all quite a lot of fun and quite interesting. So I'm going to carry on until Asif joins me, and he should be joining me in 3 or 4 minutes or so. I'm just going to carry on with some of the other things that we're up to at the moment. We have a thing called L4G Mingle. Now, if you are new to Link4Growth, you might want to check that out. Search for the hashtag on Twitter, hashtag L4, that's the number 4G Mingle. We do this on the first Monday of every month. That was a bank holiday last month. It's a bank holiday again this month. But we start at 7:30. We go on until 9:30. Everybody can join in with that if they wished, and it's a real load of fun. It's fast, it's furious, it's good if you're using something like Hootsuite, because you can set a stream up which will basically deliver the threads that have got that hashtag in them, and you can keep up to date with all the people that are on there. It's a fantastic way of networking right across the country with people who are in Link4Growth, or indeed people who are not in Link4Growth. So that's L4G Mingle, and I have noticed that Asif has joined me, so I'm just going to get to my appropriate part on my crib sheet here and bring Asif in. So, hello Asif, how you doing?
Not too bad, thanks, Chris. Yourself?
Yeah, pretty good. Thanks ever so much for sparing the time on a Saturday afternoon of a bank holiday weekend.
Well, you twisted my arm that many times. I had no choice. I had to turn up.
I'm sure you've got plenty of other things to be doing than being on this show, but you're very warm welcome to you. Your first appearance of many, I would suggest, on this show. Now, I mentioned very, very briefly about a Link for Business. I don't think anybody except for those in a fairly discrete area of Lincolnshire, Northamptonshire and Cambridgeshire know who you are. So you just want to tell us a little bit about who you are, and then we'll go into what you're helping us with.
Hi, well, my name is Asif. Been doing sales and marketing for a fair few years. I've also been a mortgage advisor for a couple of years before the market went down. Attended Link4Growth networking events where I met Nikki, came across starting Oundle, did Oundle for a couple of months, and then we had the idea for Link for Business, because I felt Link4Growth was for the community, and being a bit more lopsided, we were kind of possibly alienating all the business people who did want to do a bit more business type of networking. Nikki agreed, yourself agreed, and we've had a couple of meetings in between, and that's where the idea of Link for Business came.
We did actually have in the structure, I did put a structure together for the start of 2015 for a more, if you like, business focused arm to Link4Growth. And you're right, Link4Growth is an all-encompassing, and I often tell people that the community exists as 100%, of which 30% of those people are in business and 70% of them are not in business. And actually Link4Growth addresses the whole of that spectrum. However, the 30% of the people in business have requirements that are specific to that sector. And I think, in the deliberations that we had amongst us, we sort of felt that there was actually a group of people here that needed a bit more focus on aspects of actually putting together and running a business that perhaps other parts of the organization might not need. So that's kind of where we got it from, really, wasn't it?
No, certainly. I think Link4Growth is fantastic. The drinks, the coffees, absolutely wonderful in what it does and who it's out there for. With Link for Business, it's just slightly going to be a bit more structured, where there is going to be sit-down events, inspirational speakers, educational speakers, local businesses having their moments to come in and speak to everyone else. So it's going to be more business support rather than just networking. So our ethics for Link4Growth are not going to be changed at any point. They're always going to be there. It's just ethical networking mixed with business networking.
Fantastic stuff. And I mean, what I'm really excited about is the opportunity to sort of further expose local businesses and get them really up and running and buzzing on things like social media and stuff like that, because there's a huge swathe of people that really, they're running local business, they're invisible, no one even knows they're there, they don't have a lot of money for marketing, and the existing structures just don't really work for them. And I just see Link for Business as a way of like taking that huge numbers of people and just giving them loads of help and support, and helping them sort of just take that local economy into a completely new orbit, as it were.
No, certainly. Link4Growth has spent so many years helping the new businesses and the startup businesses, getting them to a certain level. Now what Link for Business will do is actually take them right through the whole process. We will assist you regardless of what size you are, whether you're a startup to an SME. There will be someone there who will give you the full business support, and it will be a combination of Business Link, FSB, and the Link4Growth community. Combine them all together, and that's what will give you. That's what Link for Business essentially will give you.
Fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to this. So when I know you've been working on the website, when can we expect to see something?
The website, well, you've seen snippets of it, but the website will be live hopefully within the next 10 days. Fully finished. The website will be live within 10 days. Our first actual Link for Business networking event, I'm hoping to do towards the end of May. There's no specific date. There's rumors of May the 20th. Floating around, but that's not been confirmed yet. And Oundle will possibly be our first location for the first ever Link for Business event.
Fantastic. So are you now looking for people who might want to lead Link for Business in districts? Because as I understand it, the idea of Link for Business is that there'll be, if you like, a champion for Link for Business, almost like a district leader for Link for Business, who is working in conjunction with the district leader in a particular district, and they're kind of responsible for growing and delivering the Link for Business events, whatever they happen to be. Is that the way it works?
Yes, certainly. With each individual event, it requires a host. Now, the host will be the district leader, and then it's up to them to portray the message correctly,
Right.
get the businesses on board, help the businesses network. If there's any new businesses, look out for them. If there's any businesses that want to network, help them network. Any businesses with issues, try and get other businesses who could identify them and help them in that cause to speak with them. So there's a lot more responsibility, but there will be fun, because I'm sure there will be rewards for that as well, for being a host. But yes, the leaders will have a lot bigger role to play in Link for Business.
I'll just launch this now because I think it's appropriate to do it right now. There's two more. I think that with Link for Business, Link for Skills, which is the People's Education platform, People's University, I think there's a huge crossover between those two parts of the organization. And one of the things that I've been thinking about over the last 2 or 3 weeks is what can I do in terms of Link for Skills, which is going to support Link for Skills, but also help the Link for Business get established. And one of those things is what we call networking with intent. Now, networking with intent, 2.5-hour workshop, which basically teaches people the basics of how to go about networking. Because I'm sure you've seen it, I've definitely seen it. People go in a room, they're not quite sure what to do, loads of strange faces. Some people just sort of stick to the wall and hope no one speaks to them. And other people, they go in there, they start waving business cards about, and it looks like some crazy person. And actually, it's about teaching those people how to almost behave at a networking event so they can get the most out of it. So that's the first one. And I think that'll be dead useful for what you're doing. But the second one is about goal setting and achieving your goals. And that's, if you like, a forerunner to something, because what that will do is it'll get people focused on what they're trying to achieve, what they're looking to do, the outcomes they're looking for, and it'll help them along the path of achieving that. Plug those people from that into Link for Business. They've got the support infrastructure around them, and they've got what we're going to be calling, as I understand it, OMGs, which are, it's not that oh my God thing, that's online mentoring groups, which is basically a maximum of 8 people online having a peer-to-peer session once a month where they can keep on track and get advice and guidance from other people in business. So there are 2 things I think that will help and support what you're trying to do.
I think the online mentoring groups are a great idea, and with the Link for Business and Link for Growth, we can identify businesses who need support and where they need support, and they're the ones we can then actually go and set up the online mentoring groups. So I think there's definitely a synergy there between the two, because all in all, that's what we want to do. That's the message in Link for Business, which is we want to educate businesses and help them grow, which is slightly more than networking as well, hence why we are the complete package.
I know we're currently working on the tagline. I've had a couple of moments of inspiration earlier today, so I'm hoping that we can maybe add to this thread on the national page on Google Plus, and some of the suggestions that we're coming up with, because I think you're absolutely spot on there. This is not just about providing a framework for people to get together and talk to each other. This is a framework for people who are starting out, people who are in business, people who are looking to grow their business. It's a framework for them to get everything they need to be successful in what their endeavor is. And they should be able to just tap into different elements and get everything that they want, and not really have to worry about any aspect of it, because wherever they struggle, they can find an answer for it.
No, you're 100% spot on. Link for Growth, for so many years has been helping businesses who haven't been comfortable in the business networking environment. I know lots of new businesses that go to the networking events because they feel comfortable. They know they're not going to get pounced upon. They don't have to stand up and give a 1-minute speech about their business. And when they go in, the hosts are always helpful, and they identify people who they could speak to, and put them in the right direction. Now Link for Business will help them further. and we'll actually not only help them with the networking, we'll help business too.
Fantastic stuff. Have you got anything else to add, or maybe have we said it all?
What I'd like to say is, everyone out there, this is a great opportunity, and you'll certainly want to get in on it. So if you're hopefully looking to host an event, get in touch, and we can give you more information. Look out for the website, next 10 days, first event this month, and it will definitely be big.
Fantastic stuff. Well, thanks ever so much for joining us and giving us an update, Asif. And I'll see you at an event soon.
Have a good weekend.
All right, take care. You too. Bye. Okay, so you heard that from Asif. Link for Business. It's a reality. It's happened. It's coming. It's not just me talking about it and then it going away. It's live. It's kicking, and it's happening in May. So fantastic stuff. And thank you, Asif, for joining me to give us your view on it, which is brilliant. Okay, I'm just trying to find my space here now. I was talking about L4G Mingle. So if you are interested in that, that's this Monday. It's the, what's the day today? 2nd, 3rd, it's the 4th, 7:30. Join us on Twitter and be part of a national networking environment with people that actually want to help you. Don't come on there, please, and start just pitching what you do. It's not like that. This is about getting to know other people on the Mingle. So if you're up for that and you want some friendly online networking, join us there. The last month I mentioned the new forum. We were having a few troubles with the forum. We are upgrading that at the moment. I haven't had an update. I've been trying to find out what's happening, but we're very, very close. Looking forward to getting that one implemented and out there during May. It is going to mean that for those people that are users of the forum, that you might see a few changes, but it's all for the best. And I'm sure that the forums will become ever more popular as a result of the fact that we're giving it a good overhaul. Last month, I announced that Deepa Kotak, the district leader for the London area, was stepping down as district leader. Well, in fact, she is. So that's not changed. That's the way it is. She is still very, very heavily involved, but Deepa was also assumed a slightly different role as well within Link4Growth, looking after the social media side and being a lot more, if you like, focused on that. And we've had some great success this month. We only started sort of after the last show, but we're progressing heavily on the likes on the Link4Growth main page. We're also increasing all the likes on the district pages too. The likes don't mean anything particularly, but it is good to get engagement on there and put out lots of stuff that's happening right across the country. If you haven't liked the Facebook page, the Link4Growth Facebook page, please do so. If you've got anybody in your teams that hasn't yet liked it, please encourage them also. We're at 920 something. It'd be fantastic if we could get to 1,000 so this month. So please do let everybody know around where you are and get them liking that page. We're also up with +1s on the national Link4Growth page, and Twitter followers up as well. So well done, Deepa, for being steadfast to the wheel there. We are going to be doing even more. I'm talking again with Deepa tomorrow, and we've got a massive new strategy for May, which will roll out, and encourage everybody really to get involved and be part of that. It's good for yourselves with your profile, good for Link4Growth, and good for the community, actually, funny enough. Right, coming on to something else that we implemented just a brief while ago is the Facebook subscribers group. Now, why would we go and create one of them? Well, the Facebook subscribers group is for everybody that's a subscriber of Link4Growth. We were often being asked, who are the other subscribers? Where can we get in touch with those? Subscribers to Link4Growth are people who recognize that Link4Growth is something that's needed and it's valued. It's about bringing people together so they can have conversations, tell their stories, and get to know other people locally to them. And if you think about it, where can you go in your community to meet other local people who you might not know and have conversations with them and get to know them. Where can you go and do that? It's quite difficult. You could have gone to the pub, but just barging in and talking to someone sort of randomly in a pub, likely to get yourself chucked out. So where can you go and where that kind of behavior is encouraged? And there isn't anywhere, but there's Link4Growth. So Link4Growth is about getting local people to talk to each other once again. So if you're doing that, it'd be great if you were talking to other people that are doing the same thing. So that's what the L4G subscribers group is all about. It's about getting like-minded people to help and support each other. Very light touch, not heavy or anything. Oh, does anybody know? Like, for example, does anybody know when they get a battery backup for telephones? So I'm out and about a lot. I want to recharge my phone. Has anybody got any experience of devices that can help me do that? I've got a lot of devices. I need quite a lot of power, and so I can ask that question, and people can proffer their whatever they're using. If they're not using one, then they can't say anything. But if they are, or they've heard about something, they can pop it in there. So it's very light touch, easy way of people networking online inside Facebook, which quite honestly most of us use. So it's easy, it's convenient, and it works. So if you're a subscriber and you're not in there, get yourself in there. It's L4G subscribers community. Get yourself in there, because you're missing out if you're not in there. And if you don't know where it is, then there's a thread on the forum somewhere. Get in touch with Nikki, Deepa, me, whatever. You can find it and ask to join. Or if you're not sure, we just tell us you want to be in there, and we can just add you in. I don't like just adding people into groups in Facebook. I think that's a little bit rude myself, but so I check with people first. If they want to go in, great. If you want to go in, just ask to join, and of course we'll just make sure you are a subscriber, and hey presto, you'll be in there. So don't miss out on that. It's already got 100 or so people in there, and they're all chatting away. They've all started to chat away anyway. I've only been at it there for a little while, but do get in there and participate in that. So there are actually some pages, some files in there as well, things like your Facebook page and stuff like that. Do add your details to those files, because remember, Link4Growth is not here for the glory of Link4Growth. Link4Growth exists for the people in Link4Growth. Link4Growth is here so that we can have a platform for support for everybody. That's what it's there for. So it's not about Link4Growth, it's about you. So get yourself in there and let us help you. The link, if you're a little bit unsure about where the link for that subscribers group is, I believe it was in the last newsletter. So if you go to the last newsletter, open it up, in there you'll see about the L4G subscribers community thing. Click on the link and it'll take you straight there. And by the way, if you're not getting the Link4Growth national newsletter, which comes out at the middle of the month, sort of third week, go into the website, and there's a can I please, it's an email thing, you can sign up for that newsletter. So if you've never been to a Link4Growth event, you're not sure and you want to get up to date and find out what's going on, do go into that page on the website and just send your email in, and we'll add you to the list. That's how it works. Right. Let me just give you very, very briefly a reminder of some of the people doing some of the things. This is a bit like a signpost. So if you've got a problem or a challenge, or you want to expand the network, if you want to start something in Link4Growth in a different part of the country where we're not already, your contact is Nikki Pepper. All right, just that's the person. If you've not talked to anybody about Link4Growth before, then that's your contact, and Nikki's details and email address, etc., is on the website. If you're interested in our Link4Skills, the People's University, either in terms of workshops or that you want to attend, or things that you want to help deliver perhaps through Link4Skills, Carol Dodsley is your person. You can go to link4skills.com and you can find the contact page on there. If it's PR and communications, if you've got Link4Growth in a local newspaper, then talk to Paul Violet. If it's social media and how to do things, perhaps best practice and stuff like that, sharing, setting up Twitter accounts, blah, 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 then Deepa Kotak is your person to contact. Forums are being upgraded. I've mentioned that earlier. New leaflets are on the way. We have a new host quick reference guide. You can access that through the Google Plus hosts, Link4Growth hosts community. That's all about, so for example, I was asked last week, can I set up a group in a new place? Yeah, we proceeded through the forum. The person was registered, subscribed to Link4Growth. Next thing, get into the teams and hosts area, and in there are lots of resources to help make things nice and easy, and a nice little process to set up new events. So if you're interested in setting up a new event, then do talk to us, and we've got all the stuff in place to make that really easy. This is the best time ever to join Link4Growth. There is so much going on. It's exciting. There's just a real buzz about the whole thing at the moment. And the good news is all the processes are now being laid down. So it's not like just chasing around trying to find out what to do. We've got all this stuff laid out, and it's very, very simple now. We have a selfie competition. This selfie competition has been going on for about a month nearly. There are loads of interesting selfies. I think the most voracious selfie group is up in the Cambridgeshire district. They've just been all over it like a rash, and we need to stop them, folks. We need to get other districts putting in loads of selfies. So come on, teams around the country, let's get some of these selfies. I'm not a big fan of selfies, but it's all a bit of a laugh. So, and there is a prize. In fact, there's 3 prizes yet to be determined. At the moment, they're vague prizes, but they will be announced. The selfies competition ends next Friday at midnight. So you got a week. We've only got 4 days actually, because Monday's bank holiday. Do plug some selfies in there. Get innovative, because the crowd in Cambridgeshire have come up with some interesting ones. Check them out, see what you can do to make it better and get it posted. Just use the hashtag L4G selfie and get your entry in. There is a photo competition already going on as well. I was too late to it was announced early in April, but I was a bit too late to get on the show last month. But the photo is about blooms, about flowers. Link4Growth is about people taking and making notice and taking notice of things that are around them and being grateful for what you've got. There's so much bad news being spread about people moaning and groaning about stuff. There's some amazing stuff all over the country. We live in the most beautiful country probably in the world in terms of things that we've got in our countryside. Phenomenal. We just don't appreciate it. So this competition is about actually taking pictures of beautiful things that we might just walk past. And this one's about pictures in an urban setting. So it's not about going off to Hampton Court and taking pictures of lovely gardens. This is about taking pictures of things in everyday situations that you might just wander past. And actually, if you took the time to just stop and be amazed, you'd be amazed. So, yeah, that's the photo competition. I think that the first one ends at the end of May. It's not about the most beautiful, it's the most voluminous participant. So it's about taking lots of pictures. We want to see loads of beauty from around the country. So get out there with your camera, whatever you're doing, and start taking pictures. And let's get them up there, and let's see some amazing things that are around the country. So that's that. Final words, really. I've got 4 blog posts that are coming out very, very shortly that I want to talk about that are going to be delivering some quite important things. District websites. What are they and why should you use them? All right. One of the biggest challenges that I hear when I'm going about talking to people from small businesses and from charities is, how do I get my message about the wonderful things I'm doing to the people in the community? How do I get my message across? They know that if people knew the wonderful things that they were doing, that people would either buy or support their charity. But how do you get the message out there? That's the big thing. So one of my blog posts I'm just about to publish has got a list of all the traditional methods of marketing, why they're challenging, the fact that we always feel a bit disappointed after we've done something because we expected a bit more from them, and how district websites are changing that. So that's one. Why rebuilding community is important, why we suddenly lost community, and when I say suddenly, it's like 50 years it's taken, and what is it that's actually happened to make that community disappear, and what Link4Growth is doing to re-establish it. Okay, so that's a really important blog post. Then I'm going to write another blog post which is about the different aspects of Link4Growth. Now, you've heard me talking here for, I don't know, best part of 35 minutes. I'm going to finish shortly. But basically, there's lots of different bits of Link4Growth. And it's very difficult sometimes to look at all of those things and say, why have they got that? Why have they got that? Why has that been created? What's that all about? Why should we be doing that? So I'm writing a post which basically takes all the different things that Link4Growth offers and explaining why it's there and what its purpose is. Because I'm a big fan of doing things with purpose. If there's no purpose behind it, what's the point in doing it? The intent is absolutely essential. And every single facet of Link4Growth has been put together for a reason. It's not there just to get people engaged, or although that's useful, it's not there just to be there. It's there for a reason. It's delivering a solution to a problem. So it's about, I'm going to write a blog post which I've started to explain that, because I think that's really important that people do understand why these things are there. And the last thing I'm going to write a blog post is, what does Link4Growth provide for you? So just for example, going to Link4Growth events creates connections in the local environment. It provides personal growth. It enables you to talk and have conversations with people. Now, a lot of people say having conversations with people. I do that all the time. Why would I want to go to an event and have conversations? But we don't have conversations all the time. We have short snippets of niceties. Oh, the weather's nice today, isn't it? Or how are you? Are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. It's not in depth. And if you go back and you think about some of the wonderful dinner parties you've been to, you think, yeah, that was a great one. I bet you can't remember what the food was, but I bet you can remember it because of the conversations that you had and who was there and why it was a great event. It's about conversation, stories, and that's what binds us together in the community. So there are lots of things that Link4Growth does at that level. It gives people lots and lots of deliverables, but it's quite easy to forget what they are. So I'm going to write another blog post on that, which I'm hoping we can turn into a leaflet. So that's it, really. You know, I've been to a few events that I haven't been to for some time in April, which was great, and I enjoyed meeting up with some new people who I've never met before. So fantastic that was, and I'm hoping to continue that throughout May. The weather is picking up. Have a great May, last of the spring. Looking forward to June. So have a great month. I'll be back, I think it's the 6th of June, for another edition of this news show, hopefully with a couple of other guests. I mean, I'm excited to get people on from around the country to participate in this show. So if you'd like to come on and be part of that, or indeed if you'd like to be part of the national TV shows, we're starting to broaden the variety there. So we want stuff on sustainability, stuff on health, maybe on technology and gadgets, maybe on, you know, like watches and stuff like that. On finance, we've already got running. On maybe business, which will link in with Link4Business. I should have to talk to Asif about that. Having a business channel, I'm sure there'll be loads of people out there that'd be interested in the business channel, with subdivisions on things like marketing, time management, blah, 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 all sorts of other things. So lots to be joining in with Link4Growth, and so come and join us. Come and check it out. You'll find that you're very pleasantly surprised. I'll see you next month. Thank you for watching, and that's me. I will see you on the network. Okay, take care now, and thanks very much.